Welcome to the French Newfie. Today I'm going to show you how to kill a lobster humanely. And it doesn't look so humane, but it is the humane way to kill a lobster instead of plunging it into a boiling water, which is the way that I was traditionally taught. So what I want to show you, very important first couple of things, is that you're going to need to have your board steady because you're going to be striking down pretty fast with a knife and your board needs to be secure. So what I have here are some paper towels and some water, and you just want to make sure that the paper towels are wet. And at the same time, I have a large pot of boiling water that I'm going to salt, and I've already salted it a little bit. It helps it come to boil. And so we're going to take the board now with the lobster on it and bring it back so that the lobster and the board are right in front of you. And what you'll notice is that the board is not moving, and that's very important. You don't want to hurt yourself, and most importantly right now is that you want the lobster to die quickly. So I have a knife that I sharpened earlier. Make sure that it's very sharp. And what you're looking for is to look for the natural crease in the top of the lobster. And that is where we're going to put the point of your knife. So just like this, make sure the lobster is secure on the board. And you want to take the top of the knife and with a lot of force, go down into the lobster like this. And then straight out. And what happens is, as you can see, the lobster is dead right now. So let me just move his claw. There you go, done. You can see he's not moving. And this is actually the most humane way to kill a lobster. Not so graceful, but you get the idea. And so now the water is rapidly boiling. I'm going to add a little bit more salt. And because I don't want to boil it with the rubber bands on, I'm just going to simply remove them. Just like so. There's not much movement going on in him right now, so I don't have to worry about this one taking off my finger or anything like that. And quickly get the lobster into, he's not moving, he's dead, into the pot. And that's it, done. So now we're going to wait until it boils. It won't take long depending on the size. And we have guests from Newfoundland with us for the evening, and it just so happens that the lovely Jean's favorite food is lobster, so that's what I'm going to be serving her. It's a very special way to say welcome to our home. So now, after it's been boiling for around 8 minutes or so, I've taken the lobster out and it has cooled. And you want to do this to make sure you don't burn your fingers and so forth. So thank you, lobster. You're going to be appreciated tonight. What we want to do now is take all of the meat out of the lobster. And so we're going to start with the tail. Very easy. Just take your hands and twist and it'll come right off like so. And what we're going to do is push it out like that and then squeeze in. So you squeeze in just like this. There you go. And what that does is breaking the shell, making it easier for the meat to come out. And different chefs have different ways of taking the meat out, but this is the way that I do it. It wasn't the way that I was classically trained, but this is the way that I'm comfortable with. So again, now it's been cracked. You're just squeezing it so it's cracked and the shell is broken. And now, back again. Be careful, these are really sharp, so you want to have a good secure grip on the lobster. And what you're doing is bending back the other way. And what you're going to see is all the beautiful meat and succulent flesh of the lobster inside start to expose itself. And what you're going to do is gently pull up until all of that meat comes out. And you can see it's perfect. Everything came out right down to the little bit that was in the tail. And when your lobster's not cheap, obviously, so you want to use every little bit of that lobster. And so now what we're gonna do is take the top off and peel this back. And for me, this is like the tenderloin of the lobster. I don't know anyone else that enjoys it as much as I do, but this bit here is so soft, and I always keep that, hopefully for myself. And then you wanna look and see if there's any dirt inside, which is right down the middle. You can see it'll come out as a little string. I'm just gonna pull back a little bit more here and get that bit out and off to the side. I'm actually gonna put it in my bin bowl. And right here in the center, get that out as well. And now you can see the lobster tail is beautiful and cleaned, and just put that into our bowl and the shell off to the side. And now we're gonna take off our claws. So just turn it as well. It should pull apart very easily, just like that. And the other one, just like that. Now just leave the head here. And inside this bit here, the knuckle, there's a lot of meat. And what you can do is you can get certain tools that will help you to extract the meat. But if you don't have the tools, this is kind of a rough way to do it. Just take the back of your knife, and it's a little messy. It'll come open though with enough force, just be careful. And take the back of a fork or a spoon, and what you'll do is if you get in there, look at all that meat that comes out of the knuckle. And this knuckle meat is delicious. It's so juicy. It's better than the tail, in my opinion. So you wanna get all of that out as well, and then going through the other side. And again, look at all of that meat. Don't waste any of that goodness. There you go. And it's completely empty, so perfect. And with this side, you can just be careful of these little spurs. There's nothing inside of there now, so just get that off. But there is in here. So again, take the back of your fork or spoon and just run it in, and there you go. You have more meat. And so we're gonna move on to the claws now. And what you wanna do is loosen this one up or take it completely off. It's entirely up to you. I'm gonna take it off, just like that. And look, you have beautiful claw sticking out. It came out perfectly. And all of this knuckle meat, we're not gonna waste. I'm gonna take that off as well. Back of your spoon or fork that I have, get all of that meat out. It's beautiful and delicious. Okay, and I'm just gonna show you how you wanna take all of this beautiful claw meat out. So, watch your hands and get it in the center of your board. Make sure your knife is sharp, as I preach, and quickly down through there, like this. And again, and then, and there you go. This is a tough one, and it came out. So you have all the meat and a beautiful claw. It's very succulent. It's very messy. It's probably a good idea to wear an apron, which I will next time, but you get the idea. So then you have all of this beautiful claw meat, and we're gonna put that down here as well. And this is how you're going to dissect the lobster. And what I'm gonna do now is get cleaned up, obviously, for our guests.